Hello and welcome to another episode of Hightower's Hangout, where we overanalyze Star Wars so you don't have to. Is it Han or is it Han? Last night, my wife and I had the privilege of going to a local orchestra hall and watching Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back in concert. What a phenomenal experience to hear live music accompany perhaps the greatest film ever made. What an excellent experience. The only thing that could have one-upped it is to have John Williams himself at the helm with the London Symphony Orchestra. At the end of the concert, my wife asked me a question that I wasn't quite sure the answer to, and so we're asking it here today after I've done a little bit of research on it. In Empire Strikes Back, there are two clear pronunciations of Han Solo's name, Han and Han. So which one's true? Which one's correct? Which one's canon? Now, if you grew up on the original trilogy like many of us did, our pronunciation comes from the nerf herder's mouth himself, Harrison Ford, saying the name Han Solo. Harrison says Han casually, naturally, and almost dismissively. There's no emphasis, no hard consonant, just Harrison Ford's smooth and effortless delivery. But then as you watch other Star Wars content, animated series, audiobooks, video games, and other live-action content, the name varies a little bit. It varies in Empire Strikes Back. Suddenly we start to hear Han Solo. It's clear, it's concise, sharp, and enunciated. And that's what got my wife asking, well, which one is it? And that's what got me looking into, which one is it? Han or Han? So I'm going to look at two answers for this. The real world and the in-universe answer, both of which are similar. Firstly, in the real world, there was never a pronunciation guide, never any direction from the directors to Harrison Ford or other actors of how to pronounce it. In the 1970s and 80s, I don't believe that the people working on Star Wars and George himself knew that they were developing a multi-billion-dollar, multi-generational franchise with strict lore oversight, governed by yours truly, us, the fans. In the 1970s and 80s, there were no pronunciation guides, there were no canon committees, and there were no franchise Bibles policing pronunciation. Actors spoke naturally, and the directors directed performance, not phonetics. Harrison Ford was not instructed on how to say Han Solo. He said what sounded right, what came naturally. Harrison Ford's performance defined Han Solo. This would be the reason why I believe that many of us have internalized and solidified the fact that the name Han Solo is how it ought to be pronounced. Now, over the years, we all know that Star Wars has expanded beyond the original trilogy, in many good ways and in some bad ways. As new creators entered the fray, we find ourselves with different voice actors, different narrators, different game developers, different animation directors, a whole slew of different people working to expand the Star Wars universe. And many of them making a choice, whether unintentionally or intentionally, to use Han or to use Han. So at the end of the day, in the real world, both pronunciations are used, and both are correct in their own right. It's more of a matter of taste and how you choose to pronounce something. Now, as far as an in-universe explanation goes, it's very similar to that of the real world. Star Wars is a vast, beautiful galaxy that is expansive. Different planets, different species, different cultures, different accents, different people. So it begs the question, why wouldn't there be different pronunciations of Han or Han or any slew of other ways that someone or some alien might speak it? What we do know is that Han himself casually says Han. See, made the mistake there. Han himself casually says Han, and an Imperial officer would probably say Han Solo. And from a lore perspective and a inside the galaxy perspective, I'm comfortable with this. It allows the world to feel not perfect, It allows it to feel lived in. Lucasfilm has never made an effort to standardize the pronunciation. Over the years, Lucasfilm has standardized many pronunciations. AT-AT, ATST, several alien species, several planets, but they've never specified Han Solo. We're still left with a question. Which pronunciation is right? It is my belief that Harrison Ford has cast Han Solo in the perfect way. Han Solo is how it is pronounced. But if you hear Han Solo and you prefer that, there's nothing on paper that says that you're wrong. At the end of the day, this is Star Wars being Star Wars. Something we love, something that is perfectly imperfect. So the next time someone tries to correct you on how to properly pronounce Han Solo, let them know that both ways are correct. Han and Han. Now, if you enjoyed this kind of deep cut into the Star Wars lore, leave a like, comment down below what your preferred pronunciation is, and subscribe. That will help me grow the channel and learn the art of doing the YouTube. And as always, thanks for hanging out, and may the Force be with you.